Hey guys, DJ Ravine here, and welcome to week 9 of Point Blank, also known as Assessment Week. This is when all of our assessments are due, and it is crazy how much pressure there is on everybody to get them all done. I'm doing 3 classes, but luckily I've already finished one, the Intro to Ableton assignment. That means I've got music composition and sound engineering to go. Not much tends to happen this week, because everyone's just doing their assignments, so let's go and dive right in. It's week 9 here at Sound Engineering, and that's it. This is the last day we get to work on our assignment because it is due tomorrow. And I'm so done with listening to Wonderwall. It is over now, thank God. Okay, so I may have lied, it's not quite over yet. Anyways, we added all of the recorded parts from the previous weeks, which were the drums, guitar, and the vocals. Anyways, here are the drums. As you can hear, they're definitely analog drums. However, I did process the crap out of the kick and the snare. The kick, the snare. Basically, I made them a little bit more punchy because I found that with drum and bass, you really want those kicks and snares to be really, really snappy. Alright, so next up are the guitars. This is the part that I love the most. We did something really cool called mid-side recording. And what it does is that it makes the guitars sound extra wide. Basically, we split off the guitars into one mid channel and 2 side channels. Here's what the mid sounds just on its own. Yeah, not so bad. Alright, let's listen to it with the mid and the side. You're gonna need headphones to appreciate that, but you can definitely hear the difference. Also, very minimal processing on the guitars. I think I chucked the amplifier on it, compressed it, EQ'd it a little bit of ping pong delay just to give that a little bit of like dang. That's the technical term right there. You can have that one. And finally, the vocals. Now, our vocalist doesn't normally do this kind of music, but I think he did a pretty good job. I had to process them a lot to get it to sound very similar to what Liam's processing sounds like in the original Wonderwall, but here it is without the processing.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you.
Alright, now here it is with the processing.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you.
So what I did is I chucked an overdrive on it and a bit of EQ just to remove the lows, and also added a reverb and simple delay and then stereo widened it a little bit. Okay, so since it's the last time we're ever gonna listen to this again, let's just listen to the drop one last time. Alright, now let's never ever play this again.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do.
Alright, so I'm here with Linton again, and I've got some pressing questions. So ghost production is when someone pretty much does the whole lot, and then you just pay the money and then they deliver you a final song.
Absolutely.
It happens a lot in the dance music world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that happen a lot in the radio world anymore? Because we all know like what happened with like Milli Vanilli and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it does. It still happens a lot. It's a lot tighter business-wise now. It's all about kind of just let's get this artist established in the field that they're in the genre that they're in, and let's tell the audience that they've done the whole damn thing. And we've paid David Guetta or Avicii or whoever it is. We've paid them their £200,000 for them to just stay out of this. They're benefiting from it because they've made their money and they're going to get their royalties from it. The artist can go forward and do what they've got to do, but in the sense of it, we know we've got a really good, strong track with a really good artist that we've signed who doesn't necessarily produce, may not even write, but they're a good vessel for selling these ghost producers' work.
I know there's people out there, but they do that because they don't want to. They want to just stay out of the limelight.
Big time.
And they want to just keep working. This is what they love doing.
Absolutely.
And you can make a good living out of it.
Oh, absolutely. There's a huge number of producers and songwriters who just don't want anything to do with the publicity. So, you know, the industry does kind of say, look, we really want your talent. You know, we want your talent. You don't have to show your face. And here's a way to do it. You can be the ghost producer.
Well, why don't we break it down into basics first, okay? In writing a song, you've got the key parts are you've got the songwriter who writes the actual song.
Yep.
and then you got a producer.
Yep.
So what does the producer do and what does the songwriter do?
Okay, the songwriter's going to write the song.
Yep.
So if it goes, I don't know, happy birthday to you, da 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 da, and that's the song.
Yeah.
The producer will then take attributes to make the song sound like a specific era, a specific sound.
Yeah.
So you might want the 70s disco element put into it, and they'll hire a producer to add that in. Mm-hmm. And the producer's basically there to make the record sound like what they want it to sound like.
Right.
The songwriter is there to actually just write the melody and the chord progression in some cases, and the producer will come in and say, okay, this sounds good, but to make it sound like a record, we need to lose the Logic piano and get in a Yamaha Grand and mic that up and make it sound really lush and beautiful.
So basically the songwriter makes the content of the song,
Yes.
and then the producer comes in and then makes it ready for commercial release.
Absolutely, that's what their job is to do. But they're also there, the producer's also there to nitpick, basically, to say that chord progression going to there could be a bit better. For instance, Britney Spears' Toxic. The guitar that goes between the bridge and the chorus, that ding, 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 wasn't there to begin with. The producer got that and said, we need something to fill that gap.
So they kind of help it sell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it radio friendly, I think the word is.
Right.
They're trying to say, okay, your song's really good, but in order for it to be played on radio, we need these tools, these attributes in your song.
I think in the end, the thing that we can take away from all of this, that it's songwriting is the most important part of making music. And because in the end, it all stems, if you're a ghost producer, if you're a songwriter, if you're a singer, knowing how to write a song is still the most important thing.
It absolutely is. I mean, it's the nuts and bolts of why we produce. But yeah, ghost producers do exist. They are very, very much in demand.
Well, there's a place for everyone in the music industry, and there's
Aye,
definitely a place for everybody.
Yeah.
Start making some music. Alright, so it's the final day today. It is Sunday, week 9, and guess what? This is when the assignments are due. They are due in literally less than 6 hours, and I still have my music composition assignment to do. Let's get on it. Yes, finally finished my music composition assignment. This was easily the hardest assignment because we had to create something else completely original, and I have 37 minutes left, 36 minutes left before it is deadline time. And yes, time to submit. Alright, so now that everything's been submitted, we can relax a little bit and listen to some of the best music in the world. Happy hardcore. Yes, that is what music I made for my music composition assignment. Anyways, let's have a quick listen to the drop. Alright, let's go through the main elements of the actual track. The drums are pretty straightforward, they're just kind of MIDI sequenced. Nothing fancy there. The main lead is from the VST Spire, this is what it sounds like. It's been set to slide, so what that means is that instead of one note ending and the other one starting, when they overlap they pitch into each other, like right here. Gives it that little sliding effect, which is why they call it slide. Also, the track is in C minor, by the way. Also with the drop, there's the all-important reverse bass. So we've got the main lead as the melody, the reverse bass acts as a riff and it kind of pushes the song along, gives it that kind of energy and that drive. I added a little bit of processing with that, good old Camel Crusher, bit of overdrive, EQ, and I also added a sub bass underneath it so it sounds a bit like this. Alright, let's take a look at the breakdown. It's got a cool little call and response thing going on with this track. The synth stab plays a note and the main lead response with a corresponding melody. We've also got a pretty simple rave lead in there. It's got a pretty simple progression, a 1, 3, 4. Also, there's a Reese bass line underneath that whole thing as well. Yeah. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I'll play the track for you guys in the next segment, but let's chill out for now. I'm so exhausted. Well, that's it from me, guys. This is the end of week 9, and that means this vlog is coming very soon to a close. Next week is week 10, and it will be the last week of the Point Blank vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this journey with me, and I hope you guys could feel that kind of pressure through the camera of those assignments. And I hope you guys got a good taste of what it's like to actually come to Point Blank and actually study here. It is definitely an amazing place to study. I've made so many friends since I started coming here, and everyone's so cool. Everyone has a very similar mindset. Everyone just wants to make music and have fun. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed that video. This is the end of another vlog. And of course, as usual, check out Point Blank Music School's website for free online courses, free samples, and free plugins. Alright guys, see you later, and I'll see you guys next week for the last vlog.